Hello and welcome back everybody to another All the Mods 9 alpha testing stream here on my public server. You can join. Link is in the description, and in another screen there will be the IP scrolling beneath me as well. Also in the description is a link to my Discord where I post updates as to what's going on, so be sure to join there as well. Guys, before we dive in, 396 subs. Can you believe it? Almost. We're so close to 400. It's crazy. That's insane to believe. So I want to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed to the channel. You guys are amazing. Thanks so much. Now, there has been no new updates since the last stream. But that doesn't mean we can't test more mods and do just alpha test. Lots of alpha testing to do today. So Hype says, good luck to 400 subscribers. Thank you so much. So the plan is to use ME wireless connectors a lot today. I want to really work on cleaning up the base. Partly so that Chibi doesn't get mad at me. Don't want a messy base. I always promise her we'll have a clean base, and then it never happens. So we need to work on that. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go over a little bit of what I've done since last night. I've played a little bit, mainly helping players. But one of the biggest things is our Dragon Egg now has 4 gamma productivity. Hi, Chibi. How you doing? We've got 4 gamma productivity, which is the 3rd tier productivities. They also count as simulators. They are the last step before we get Omega, which is each one is a 260% productivity increase. These ones require the Echo Shards, but we have the Sculpt B. The biggest cost of making these upgrades is Draconic Chunks. So I've put them in the Draconic Bs to try and get us more Draconic Dust faster. Already back up to 755. I think it cost me roughly 4,000. Here, let me check. If we try to make 4 gamma, it uses about 1,000 Draconic Dust. And if we tried to make the final version, obviously we need Hearts of the Sea, which we'd have to go get. This is where we need almost 4,000 Draconic Dust a pop. Other things we did, got a Nether Star Seed up and running. Chibi says, I'm now amused. Thanks for trying to keep me happy. Colony work, mainly. I have just been slowly hiring workers as residences have been upgraded and teaching recipes. That's really about all I have been doing. A lot of teaching recipes. Sometimes, all right, seen a bit so hype. Sometimes it takes some time to do the recipes because I have to drag the right planks, the right materials over. But so far so good, and our barracks got to level 3, so I've started researching all those combat trees. How did the wedding stuff go? Oh, it was almost a disaster, Chibi. All week, it is said it would be sunny. That day, a few hours before it was time to go do photos, I hear thunder outside. We had a surprise rainstorm. And our photos were up in the mountains and it was pouring rain. Luckily, right around the time we were supposed to do the photo shoot, like we were this close to being like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? We'll have to reschedule. And my wife had spent the whole day getting ready. Her bridesmaids had been doing her hair, her makeup. But right when it was time, right when it was time to take the photos, it luckily cleared up just enough. It was still overcast, which we're fine with because we have a Halloween themed wedding. She's in a black dress. I'm in a full black suit. So the photos are going to be kind of themed to the wedding, which is cool. But it cleared up long enough for us to do the photo shoot. And when we finished the photo shoot, it started raining again. So it was worrying. It was close, but it worked out. But as I was saying, research-wise, I've been getting a couple of the buildings to level 3, allowing us to continue research. We take... Oh, hello, everybody. If we take a look here, you'll see in combat, I was able to start the improved bows, improved swords, stuff like that. Technology-wise, we are now researching knowledge of the depth and sieving and know the end. Where we're at there. Here's the civilian tree where we're at for those curious. Getting further and further. About time to start doing tier 4 researches. I've started queuing residences, builders huts, and the university and the town hall to go to tier 4 for research purposes. But oh man, yeah, teaching recipes takes a lot of time, but the colony is getting better and better at producing its own resources. The only thing that sucks right now is none of the workers I've hired have become stone smelters. I don't have a stone smelter. So anytime the recipe is calling for stone or smooth stone, I have to give those materials. Now, what I wanted to do for smooth stone is I'm actually going to make a pattern for this. And put it in... Oops, let's go back. Let's put it in the unobtainium furnace. This way I can request smooth stone for them. Oh, wow. Yeah, ours was over here in Utah in the Rockies. Let's see. Our warehouse is also... Oh, I was about to say it was queued to go to level 4. But it looks like the builders finished it. So we should have, yeah, a bigger warehouse. Which was desperately needed because our storage was so full. I couldn't keep up with it. There we go. I loved seeing the open request 0. So even though they need all these materials, we don't need to do anything. Our colony is handling the work, the job. We're cruising through upgrades now. It's pretty crazy. I just sit AFK and the colony upgrades itself. But guys, I have 3 plans I want to do today. ME wireless connectors everywhere. I don't want a single cable coming off of my ME controller. I want it to be a floating orb of awesome. 2, power. I need reactors and solar panels. Mainly solar panels. I want solar panels, and then I'm gonna do a different generator mod for heavy power gen. And 3. Those of you from last stream might remember the tab list changed to max HP. I have 114 HP. And that is with a max soul amulet. If I take it off, you'll see Got my full soul heart canisters, blue, green, yellow, red. Now the thing is, there's other players with almost 300 HP, and I want to catch them. So I did a couple tests. Guys, do you want to see? I made my first perfect gem in 1.20 Apotheosis. I made a Warlord. Perfect gem of the Warlord, which gives % max HP when it's in your chest. Yay for no cables, for real. And I think I said good morning, Wrangling, but just in case, good morning. Now I'm going to show you guys how gem cutting works. The biggest thing is you need 2 gems of the same type now. I need 2 gem of the Warlords of the same tier. In the gem cutting table, we'll put in this gem, and what it says is I need another gem of the Warlord, 7 gem dust, and I need to choose the rarity material. Either 1 Godforged Pearl, 3 Arcane Sands, or 9 Luminous Crystal Shards. So what I'll do is I'm going to get some... Here, I'll just add Apotheosis. I'm going to grab some Godforged Pearls and some Gem Dust. And so right now we have the purple tier. We'll put in our Gem Dust, our Gem of the Warlord, and I don't know why it's not recognizing the Godforged Pearl. It did last time. Oh, it goes right there. Sorry. And 1 Godforged Pearl. Now I go to upgrade the gem. Now it's flawless. Then for the next upgrade, I would need to put in another flawless gem of the Warlord. I don't know what this is. I really don't. But I can also just use 3 Godforged. That's how you upgrade gems. That's how I'm slowly making gems. What I was doing, guys, when I was trying to sleep, I couldn't help myself. I theory crafted a super high HP armor set. And that's the third thing I want to do today, is to start working on it. It's going to take time. I need to set up a farm for Apotheosis gems. We do not have enough gems. But I'm going to start us off by also saying I have had crafting since, oh geez, 5 hours ago, 6 hours ago. A 65 mega ME super storage cell. For those who don't know, this storage cell obviously has the 67 million bytes, but 300 types associated with it. And it still stores as bits instead of bytes. And it can take either items or fluids. And I'm crafting our first one. It takes a lot of resources. Like 60 something thousand gold. It's insane. And in order to craft it, our 1M mega crafting wasn't enough. I did make a 256M. So now we can do quite large crafts, which is great. But the reason it takes so long is because we only have 1 inscriber per circuit. Now, as an AE2 guy, that's unacceptable. Unacceptable. We need massively increased circuit production. The way I want to do it, though, is instead of wiring up every single processor with patterns and such, we're going to have a large chain of processors that are fed from a single chest. And we're going to use our wireless connectors to get that those AE2 channels around the base. Now, why don't we start by cleaning up the cables we can? The only... see, here's the problem, guys. I need more floors built so that I can move my botany pots and move my bees. I need to move a lot of things. Luckily, this chest finished being imported, so we can clean this up. Oh, that's right. You guys remember, we were configuring 256M mega item storage cells for mystical agriculture essences. Let me see where we left off, because we did finish crafting another one of these so that we can just directly import our essences into the base. Now, in terms of at Mystic Essence, we got as far as End Essence. So right there. Why don't we finish up here? I'm going to put an equal distribution and overflow destruction. Now what I'm going to do is come over to End Essence and we'll go Experience, Blaze, Ghast, Enderman, and we're just going to go all the way through. Steel, Nickel, Constantan, Electrum, Invar, Mithril. Some of these I don't think you can even make yet. I'm not 100% sure. There's another Tungsten, Titanium, and another, oh, that's funny, Uranium, Chrome, Ruby, Sapphire, and Peridot. Then Solarium, Dark Steel, Pulsating Alloy, Energetic Alloy, Night Metal, Fiery Ingot, Compressed Iron, Fluix, Energized Steel, Blazing Crystal, Diamond, Emerald, Netherite, Wither Skeleton. I have to say it out loud. It really helps me, guys. Hey, Hans, how are ya? Platinum, Iridium, Vibrant, and Still, Delorium, Cyanite, Niotic, Spirited, Uraninite, Nether, Dragon, and Nitro. Oh, and there we go. We now have every essence type configured. And what I can do is super fast pull those items out of the chest into these cells, put them in here, and now we can change this to a import bus, like so. Give it some Excel cards. And hopefully, yeah, it should, I was going to say, it should import all the seeds. So now we're no longer storing any items there. We do need to get this nether wart out of here. I'm going to turn off the crafting, or the growing, and then I'll just wire this up really fast. Oh, I put the cable away, darn it. Wire this up and clean up this chest now. Awesome. So we're cleaning up there. We've gotten rid of all the stuff in the sky on that side. The big area to clean up now is right here. And that's what we're going to go for. So first thing I'm going to do is move the energy cells. And this is where it's hard because I like to do my spikes of these, but we haven't really properly set up a spot for them. So I'm just going to go with putting them in the corners. Of course, I've put stuff in the corners. Hold on. We need to be on pickup to inventory because I keep throwing everything into my ME system. We put that point back down. Different point anyway. And I'm going to fill my corners with these just for the looks for now. If we end up needing more channels, I'll take care of that. And then looks like we need to move our wireless access point too. I might have to relink my terminal. There we go. We've moved the energy cells. Where that's not permanent. That's not where they will be forever, but at least it's a little more aesthetic. Next thing to move is we don't need this part. We are using Flux to import the solar panels. We do need to move the armory and the enchantment library. Now, I want the enchantment library over here. So let's get another wireless. Oh, you know what? We may have to pause the 256 for a moment. So I'm going to press cancel on it. And I'm going to get us a bunch of wireless connectors made. Then we'll re-queue it. But as soon as we're done moving all these items, we're going to try setting up better inscribers. Then do power because we're really pushing the limits of my little baby reactor. It is hardly keeping up. We need to fix that issue. Okay, let's see. I don't think any of these materials are required in the 256. Is it? Or not 256. For supercells, it's 65. Ah, but this isn't the processor I want. I want my main. I want this processor, and it's the one doing the wireless connectors. I'm gonna let that finish, then we'll queue it up. I'm going to bring this offline because we're going to move it. Give me just a second here, folks. Our wireless connectors should be done. So now I can queue this back up. And let me grab an exchanger to pick up my flawless budding Certus. I'll just use dirt. I'm going to put my worker scrolls away. But I'm going to keep my clipboard on hand here. I'm going to place down a dirt block, set the exchanger to dirt, and then go boop and boop. Now we have our flawless budding Certus. We'll have to set that back up ASAP, but I think we can wait a bit on that one. Clean up these chests. And I'll grab our wireless connectors. Oh, you know what? I put the cable away. What am I doing, guys? Yep, good morning to Hans. Contacts are drying out too. Let's grab some more cable. Dense and smart. And since this is still going to be in this corner, I'm just going to set up another one right here. And I think what we'll do is we'll pull ME over here on the side. So I'm going to break this wool right above the witch farm. And now clear the settings. Found 1, found 2. And guys, I did learn that you can further improve the energy efficiency of these by, because if you remember, we saw, so like here we are, we're at about 120 RF a tick. You put in the energy cards and it comes down. Now we're about 60 RF a tick. But the thing is, you can put these cards in both sides, is what I learned. And now we're down a little bit further on each of them, which is great. Had to get some water, forgot my hydration. Yeah, everybody hydrate. Ah, there we go. All right, so we want our armory over here. I'm going to put down a dense cable. Or not armory, enchantment table. So dense, smart. Then I'm going to grab our enchantment library. And I do want this extended bus. I don't want to have to set it back up. So I'm actually going to use, from extended AE, ME packing tape. Instead of having to copy configuration, I can actually now copy or pick up, kind of like the tape for sophisticated storage. You can pick up ME items is what it says. Gotta learn how to use it though. Sneak and mouse right click on an ME device with the tape and you get a packaged item from it. All settings and inventory will be maintained. Note that it only supports the devices on the list. Oh. So not import export bus, only the, okay, fair enough. We can't package import or export bus. So I guess we will do the memory card method. Looks like I somehow don't have a pattern for a memory card. It's always hard to remember where I'm at in each series. Are we gonna... Oh, we're stuck waiting for that cell. So let me hurry and push that through. And then re-queue this one again. But I'm gonna copy this export bus. And we'll grab it, the storage bus, and the enchantment library. Come over here, put down the library, and I'll put the import bus down, paste our settings back to it. Right? Perfect. And then we'll add the storage bus here. Perfect. And we'll just give it a high priority, but the main way the books get in is from the export bus. Okay, so that's wired up. Now, you know what? I don't like the look of it. Let me do something. Let me grab these 2 stone bricks and cable anchors. Grab some facades. And we'll actually put the storage bus on the side. Give it the high priority. And cover this like so. See, this one's always hard to place. Maybe I can break this momentarily. There we go. That's a bit cleaner. Now the thing is I would like this one to be cleaner too. What's a good block to be right here? I'm going to take a bookshelf and see what the facade looks like for a bookshelf. Place the bookshelf on that end. See if I can get this. That end, and then we would use oak plank on top in that direction and make it look like a bookshelf. So there we go. That's nice and cleaner. If we turn off the facades, you can see that there's actually ME network. But this is the plan, guys. We want to eventually make the base not even look like it has the cables running. We'll get there eventually. The biggest thing we need to do right now is move everything off this floor. I'm going... Oh, almost hit the guard. I'm going to clean up the Thurgy setup, since we did a good amount of testing with it. Don't really need it at this stage in the game. The only thing I'd like to do is set up sal ammoniac to be produced into the ME system. We'll do that later. Let's clean up all of Thurgy. Clean up this XP tank. We just empty my inventory. We'll figure things out as we get to them. I can't move the bees yet or the mystical agriculture till we have the floor. We're going to go back to focusing up there. Let me, just for the sake of cleanliness, we'll put a wireless over here. Let me clear settings, link, and link. Then clean up this cable. Uh-oh, the nether miner died. Always a chance for the nether miner, unfortunately, for that to happen. And clean up our scrapper here. We're done there. We don't need these terminals. Now, are any of my mines currently running? I don't think they are. I don't think it's chunk loaded, honestly. Let me make sure this is online. I'm a little out of energy cards. And I can't craft more because of that cell, but I'll queue them to eventually craft. Okay. Now, what we'll do... I can't move this while we have crafts going. I'm going to get the armory cabinet moved. And then we're going to do that little bit of power I was talking about to increase our power gen, because already I'm sure we are starting to rack up the power gen. Let me take a look here. Yeah, we're already at about 3.6 thousand RF a tick. It is unacceptable. Yeah, the poor nether miner. I arm them to the teeth. I've done everything I can. They're even immune to lava. But they keep dying.
Right away.
I think the gravekeeper will come get... Yep, there's the gravekeeper. Gravekeeper got the grave. Good there. I don't like seeing these. I've been helping players find trail ruins, but I want to hide them from my screen. Let me come over to these and turn them off so I don't see them. And these solar panels really aren't doing much for us, so we'll clean those up. They'll be part of crafting the next tier of power. I do need... We're using the storage bus method of having the armory cabinet be the highest priority in the system. So let me grab the armory cabinet and a storage bus. Clean up this cable. Yeah, don't need this whole top section is done. And I think what we'll do is I'm going to put the armory cabinet. I really shouldn't have put these drives here. I should have put those drive cabinets over in this corner. I'll tell you what, we'll store the armory cabinets against the wall here. So let me put down the cabinet. And I'm going to run a cable underneath for now. And up. Place our armory cabinet storage bus. Give it that... I believe we were doing armory cabinets around 100,000. Now I should already have some facades of our blue and black wool. I thought he was a mob for a second there. That was kind of funny. Let me circumvent this guy. Actually, did our residents finish? Can we hire this guy? He is Diamond Boots. I wasn't watching chat if our residents finished. Let me try. Hey, there we go. I'm going to follow him. I need to know what he's going to become.
What's it today, then?
Okay, he doesn't have a job yet. It may not be till tomorrow, but we'll check on him. So, Jazziel, we need to check out tomorrow after the blood moon. We'll wrap that up. Eventually, once the bees move, I'll move this connector over here. But something else I want is I like to be able to see just what's in the armory cabinets. 1 second, guys. Okay, we got a super blood moon going on. We've got a bunch of new players on the server at the moment that are gonna get wrecked. I want to use the sleep command because you can't sleep during a blood moon. But unfortunately, every time the server restarts, the computer craft system breaks. Let me go help Vlad real fast. I'm trying to help this player really fast. All right, let me see here. I don't know what they named the tandem vaping. I don't know what they named the program. I hope they don't mind me trying to turn it on. Let me come over to the base. Donut community. And I know it's right beneath here. I should probably close doors. I don't know the proper way to get down there. So I am just going to use spectator since I'm an op. And why don't we, let's see. What did they call the program? I don't see it there. Is it this one? I wonder if they just called it chat. Is it the capital CH? I'm going to do programs chat. Or no. Edit chat.lua. Yep, here we go. And I'll turn this on. So that is the rain program. I just picked up a bunch of cobblestone 9x. This one, let's do edit chat Lua and run. Then I'm going to type sleep. Okay, got it running. When you take a screenshot in the game, where does it put the image? So that depends on the settings of, like, if you're using CurseForge. Let me show you real fast. Won't take but a moment. But all you would need to do is open your CurseForge. Let's say you took a screenshot here in all the mods 9, right? Come on, CurseForge, open. Why are you taking so long? But all we're going to do is you're going to go to your All the Mods 9 profile. You're going to click these 3 little dots and click Open Folder. And then in that folder, you will have screenshots. And that is where they all go. Simple as that. Okay, back to where we were. Gotta love me some SAO. Yep, Donut. Donut, how are you? I know there is controversial hype over SAO. People either love it or they hate it. For me, I absolutely love it for multiple reasons. But a very big thing is me and my wife, before we were even dating, bonded over SAO because SAO, I watch anime all the time, and we were dating. And she's like, you know what? What's an anime I can watch with you? I haven't really watched anime. And I said, how about a controversial one that some people hate, some people love? Sword Art Online is what SAO is. And we watched SAO and she fell in love with it. And I know this is going to be so cheesy, so nerdy, so weeby and hard. I know, yeah, I'm prior army. But in my Facebook profile, I had forgot that for years, since high school, or well, since the year after high school, I had in my Facebook profile bio looking for my asana. And after I asked my wife to marry me, I changed it to found my asana. Yeah, they're getting closer and closer. Neuralink is the one I'm following, but it's crazy. Yeah, huge SAO fan. I've got figurines, I've got posters, backgrounds and such. And the way I tell people is, some people hate it. That's completely okay. I agree with some of the reasons people say it's not a good anime, but to me, I enjoy it. I like it. And everybody is free to enjoy what they enjoy, you know? Yeah. But yeah, SAO is one of my all-time favorites. And on Discord, I get asked all the time about my Discord description. It says SAO is best AO. And people say, what is that? And I say it's a play on words. Sword Art Online, best online. Okay. So we moved the armory cabinet, and I like to be able to look at just what's in the armory cabinet. So I set up a subnet on the side where I put, you know what, I'm not going to use Fluix for this. We're just going to use regular cable. A terminal with storage buses, and it does need power. I'm going to pull power from underneath simply by this will be easier if I'm actually underneath. We'll put a quartz fiber and then run the cable. This way, whenever I come to this terminal, I can see just what is in the armory cabinet. Which it kind of looks like our armory cabinet is getting pretty full. Yeah, that helps me. Now, let's do a little bit of cleanup. So what I'm going to go for, we're going to get some more cable anchors. Yeah, I love... I know the parody you're talking about, and it's fantastic. I'm excited, guys. So for those who don't know, last year was the 10th anniversary, and there was a big event in Japan. There was no good way to watch it. As of like a month ago, you can now watch the Sword Art Online 10th anniversary on Crunchyroll. We haven't watched it yet. Me and my wife are going to watch it together. We've been too busy with wedding stuff. But fun. There you go. Fun to know. Is there a limit for the armory? Yes, 4,096. 4,096 items can go into a armory cabinet. Because it's for storing NBT items. You do not want to store a lot of them in a single block. So 4,096. But that is the purpose of the armory cabinet. But what I wanted to do is let's choose a block here. I think I'm going to continue to stick with the theme of the base. I'm going to do polished diorite facades here. Let me place them. And we'll put another, you know what? Let's just so that it is clean. Let me get another armory cabinet. Since our first one's getting full anyway. And another storage bus. Uh-oh, what's it waiting on? Oh, hey, the energy cards are done. Does that mean the cell finished? I actually don't know. Oh, you know what? It probably just finished using the calculation processors. That's probably what it is. All right, so something's wrong in our crafting. Our armory cabinet is stuck on crafting oak drawers. How is oak drawer stuck? The only thing I can think of is the pattern provider with the oak drawers is currently engaged in another craft. I'm going to see if it's this one. So I'm going to cancel the energy cards. It's not. It is, in fact, our 16M. I'll cancel that. Hopefully. That should be why it was stuck. Doesn't look like that's why it was stuck. Uh-oh. Let's try that again. Okay, that time it worked. Let me once again queue up our 65M. Chibi says, I didn't know it was on Crunchyroll. I'll have to make an effort to get the app working for me again to watch it. Thanks for letting me know. Of course. Hi, I'm Brazilian. Hello. I am American. It's really cool that the internet can connect us all around the world. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day or night, wherever you are in the world. Okay, so that armory cabinet should have finished. Let me place it here. And we'll put down another storage bus at 100,000 priority. And diorite it up. Ooh, you know what? Guys, I kind of think this would look good. Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm going to take out the sides. And we'll have the diorite faces. And I'm going to use polished blackstone for the sides. Yeah, it looks all right. Not the best, not the worst. It would be better if I could, you know, why don't we take some donut community steps here and use some framed blocks. Let me actually make some patterns for framed blocks and framed slope. And get a few of these. Now, if I remember right, let me think about it. Isn't there a way? Oh, there's a framing saw. Isn't there a way to change the color of one side? Is it a hammer? I'm not entirely sure. Let me put down frame. I'm not going to do the offhand trick right now. Almost looks like an IKEA cabinet. Framed. And then I want to see. Let me take some blackstone. I don't want to change the whole block. I want to change the side to a different color, but you know what? Maybe we'll just keep that. I think that's too high. I think that's too high. Let me grab. Let's come back to framed. Let me grab a half slope and a slab. So we need a framed slab. And I want a slope that only goes up half a block.
Okay.
Framed slope slab. Perfect. Let's get a slope slab. Framed slope slab and then framed slab. And use this. Yeah, there we go. Good enough. Good enough. The frame there is blocks you are thinking about. with the saw. Ah. Oh boy. Oh, that's cool. And you can do multiple. Ah, perfect. Good to know. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, let's keep going here. So we can't move the pattern providers yet, but I can move our base intake chests. Now, as for where we'll put these, I'm kind of thinking over here, but we would need a new access point. Let me decide here. I got so much to do, so much to do. I'm supposed to be playing Volcano Block. That's the funny thing. I'm going to take a break from moving the base. Let's get on top of progressing Powa. So I'm going to quickly, let me clean all of this up out of my inventory and fix this wall now. Also, I am seeing the colony is stuck waiting on me for stuff. They need red wool, prismarine shards, block of quartz, a few things. You know what? We'll worry about that. I'll worry about that after stream. So to progress Powa, we're just going to get to having the seeds because of having to put things temporarily in the base. So the first thing we're going to need is an energizing orb. Let's make a pattern for that. Luckily, we already have a lot of the Powa base patterns because of the first solar panels. Yeah, it just takes so long, GB. Takes forever. All right. I'm going to put down an energizing orb and be prepared to do ME stuff with it. And I'm tired of having to put points everywhere, guys. I really am. So we're going to set up one of my favorite uses of applied energistics, and that is P2P tunnels. Now, the thing is P2P can transfer much more than just channels. I'm going to place down a smart cable, and I think these are going to be the first P2P ports we're really making here. Let me craft a few. Now, for those who don't know, a P2P port, when it's placed, can have its type changed. Is there a limit? The only limit is how fast the block that's giving energy can put out the energy. P2P tunnels can be converted to redstone, items, fluids, energy, and light. And all you have to do is right-click the center with one of the blocks it says to use. I can even use a solar panel, so why don't we take a solar panel? And I will right-click it, and you'll see it'll change to yellow. This is now orange, or now energy. I'm going to grab a memory card. Oh, I've got a memory card on me. Or you know what? I want a memory card that will always be energy. Now, memory cards, if we add AE2 here, we should see all the available memory card colors. Unless they took that out and now you have to just know what you're doing to change the color. Let me see what it says in the guide to change the color. Either way, I just want to dye this. So I'm gonna press, these items can be dyed with dye in the crafting field. I'm gonna change this memory card to yellow dye. It is our official energy P2P channel. Yeah, it's fantastic, Chibi. It really is a good time. And then all I need to do is place a point. Oh, let me actually do this. One of the ways I like to do it. I'm going to take the flux point that's powering the ME system. I'm going to put it right here. That way, this P2P will power the network and power our P2P energy. So let me get a new channel. And now here's where this is useful, guys. Let me show you here. That one connection is up there, right? What's a good way to demonstrate this? Let me grab some I don't have a quick way to craft a block that stores energy. But basically, with the one connection, anywhere on my network, I can pull out here, change it to energy, attach the channel. Any block this touches now gets power. For instance, I'm going to use it to power the energizing, or not the energizing orb, but I'm going to power the energizing rods with it. In fact, I'll put a power out right there. And then we're going to need a energizing rod. Let's make a pattern for that. I'd like basic. We'll need all of this and a block of quartz pattern. And we'll just get one basic rod. Now, I think I have to put cable down. I don't think I can put the rod directly, or can I? I actually don't know if that's going to work. I think I got to put a cable. But we'll try. I'm going to grab a pattern provider. Place it here, and in this pattern provider, we're going to tell this blocking mode. Do not push crafting ingredients if the inventory currently contains a pattern input. Then I'm going to get a import bus. On this side, I'm going to give it some Excel and capacity. And the very first thing we need to energize, if we look at power, is energizing steel, which is gold, iron, and gives energized steel. I'm going to set this to only take energized steel, and we'll make a pattern for the energizing of it. I'll go ahead and put that in our pattern provider, and I'm going to request some energized steel. Now, I don't know if the power is going to work. Ooh, it didn't provide it. Something's up. Someone was telling me earlier that energizing orbs are being buggy with inventory. They're not receiving the items like they're supposed to. I wonder if we can use a hopper. Let me break this pattern provider. And let me test if a hopper currently puts items in the orb. Okay, it does. So I will pattern provide the hopper with the pattern. Or did it work and it just went really fast? No, it didn't. Energize still. Okay. I think it worked and it pulled. Okay, so it can pull, but it didn't push. Why didn't it push? I want to try this again. Okay, it pushed that time. Awesome. Now, in order to make the energized seed, we only needed 4 ingots, I believe. Oh my gosh. Something is lagging the game there. Okay, there we go. 4 energized still, then 4 Imperium and Prosperity. Let's get Imperium. The thing is, I'm going to keep these patterns available to craft with power. And we'll just hope it uses the essence first. Let me see here. Enchanted Book Mending mod is so amazing. I love your name, Enchanted. I love it. Okay, so we got our Imperium, our energized essence, and we'll need a prosperity seed base. And then I think I can also make a bee. I wonder what the bee requires. Let me check. Energized steel bee. Oh, there is not currently a recipe for it. Oh, you have to energize a energized steel, iron, gold, iron. And to get the spawn eggs, you have to do the honey treats. That would take a while. So I'm not going to do that just yet. QB says, whoa, Big Thunder, heard it clearly, even with over-ear headphones on. Oh, that's spooky. What I'm going to do, since we have iron bees over here, we can start getting the DNA. If we look at productive bees, you need the... not anti-teleportation. We need the Pokey Pokey gene sampler. I'm going to make a recipe for this. Recipe for diamond swords. Throw these in the molecular assembler. And I'm going to get a Pokey Pokey gene sampler. I want 3 of them. Oh, it's doing the... Hold on. We need those patterns back. And I need to tell this pattern it is not to use captive dreams. It is to just use diamond sword. Okay, throw those in there. I also, really quick, am going to hide this from my terminal. Let's get the Pokey Pokey going. So that we can start getting some iron genes, hopefully. Okay. Now, next step would be, well, I guess I really hate adding more seeds here, guys, but I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm gonna add a row of botany pots over here for the few seeds we're going to make. And unfortunately, I'm gonna use pipes to move the items. See here, Pokey Pokey. Yeah, it's a funny name. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab some farmland so that we can start producing various power materials. Now, I skip making higher tier rods till we have like diamond or emerald ones. So let's move on to the next pattern we need, which is blazing crystal. Blazing crystal, let me come over here, is blaze rod or blaze powder. The blaze rod uses less power. Now, in terms of blaze, we have a lot of blaze rods, so I'm going to go the blaze rod method here. At power. And tell you what, I'm going to make all the patterns while we're here. So let's make the blazing crystal pattern, the niotic crystal pattern, the spirited, and nitro. Nitro's expensive, by the way. Now, this pattern goes there, and all the rest go in this one. And then this needs to be set to grab those items. There is also some more things we can do in the energizing orb, which is our ender core, charged snowballs, and uraninite. There's a few patterns we have to set up here. What's going to be the best way to do this? I'm not even going to bother with that. We're just going to turn, for now, uranium into uraninite. Okay. And I think there's one more energizing orb recipe. Maybe not. Guess that's it. Let's continue now. So let's get 4 blazing crystals to make a seed. And while those are crafting, actually, I can stay in Power, come here, click essence, click seed, click crafting, 4 Imperium again. And another prosperity seed base. And what we're going to do, I'm going to try to get, oh, dry ice. That's right. We need the dry ice pattern. I'm going to try to go up to, I'm going to go to the tier, but I'm going to go to spirited. And then we're going to try to make spirited solar panels. So just waiting here. Not sure why things are crafting so slow. These are crafting like they don't have speed. Really weird. Here is our 4 blazing crystals. While these are going, let's get our next tier going, which is niotic. 4 of them. Craft the seed. And I think niotic. Okay, supremium. Well, since we have insanium, I'm going to take a block, turn it to dust, and turn this to supremium. Go ahead and plant our blazing crystal. And we're still using the really basic energizing rod, so this one might take a while. See how slow it is? Not fast at all, but it'll get the job done eventually. That's been a lot of cleanup work today. It's starting to look pretty good. I do want to get the solar panels up and running. but it sounds like my family is waking up. So tell you what, everybody, I'd like to thank everybody so much for watching this episode of All the Mods 9 Alpha. Tell you what, we'll get into... Do you know you can make seeds in any orientation in the pedestals? I did not. We'll get into making our max HP armor set next episode, as well as exploring some of the Create Edition mods. I really want to check out the Create Enchantment Factory. I think this is going to be really fun. So I'll see you all then. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world. Bye-bye.